the top. They're both at the top. Up the top right, we have the purple Zerg representing Team NV. Seeking up one game. It's MOOnGLaDe.
And on the other side of the map, we have our blue Zerg representing the SEED Academy. It is MightyKiwi. Alright, so will we see something special from MightyKiwi in this game, as he does like to do that kind of stuff? No, he does throw down the overlord there, but maybe might see that kind of quick gas pull time we saw from last game.
It's probably the worst map to do it on, I think, because you get to see the gas and main straight away on this map, so it's pretty hard to do something like a 14-13 or anything like that on this map, but you never know, he might try it.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, as you're saying, the overlords get there actually really quick, and they get just crossing over that pinned up ultralist there in the middle of the map. People over at GSL love that, I don't know.
Yeah. Can't blame them.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this map in general, it is very interesting for all matchups, I believe. Like, just it can create so many funny games, especially with the gold base involved, especially with Terran games when they try to fly their base over there at the start.
Just laughing at chat. Someone made, when I said Glade is a wizard, someone photoshopped a wizard's hat on Glade.
Already, they work quick. He does work quick, chat. I love it.
Yeah, Kappa face.
All right. So pull first for both players here.
Yeah, both players playing really safe. This map, there is nowhere to drone stack on the minerals, so you pretty much have to go pull first unless you're a crazy man. Because if you go hatch first and they go early pull, and I don't know how you hold it without being a wizard like Glade is. So yeah, not surprising that both players go for that pull opening.
So
yeah,
MightyKiwi is going to be the aggressor here and start his gas very quickly here. MOOnGLaDe though going to check his expansion down roughly about the same time as each other, but MightyKiwi just opting for that gas a little bit quicker.
Yeah, MightyKiwi likes to do Ling Bane pressures on this map, so I think we might be seeing that, because that is quite an early gas, but Glade has gone for gasless, and Ling Bane pressures against gasless don't really work out so well, because you have that wall off and you have the spine with the queens and all that, so... But MightyKiwi knows that it's gasless, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he saw the gasless with the overlord, so... It's actually taking a really fast evolution chamber, so that's a really nice response to gasless, and I think he might be doing what Katz was talking about, where you get a really fast melee upgrade, and then you get a lot of lings, and because +1 melee roaches actually trade really efficiently against unupgraded roaches.
Oh, it's kind of +1 melee lings, sacrifice those lings for that. Just get a scout off if you saw that evolution chamber.
I think he's going to see it. Pretty sure he's going to
sneak past. There we go. He keeps both lings alive just for now, so he's going to be able to see this upgrade move along very quickly now. Actually, no, he's not checking it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's coming back in. There we go. He sees the evolution chamber, he sees it's upgrading, and how's he going to react to it?
I don't think you're going to expect +1 melee unless you've heard about this build, though. MightyKiwi obviously lives with cats, so he's learnt this build off of cats. Yeah, I'm really curious what Glade's reaction is going to be to this.
He takes double gas, and he's got a spine crawler already up in his natural, and I mean, he's not making units at the moment, but he probably will be prepared to pretty shortly. I mean, if he throws down a roach horn, yeah, it's going to be great for him, but he needs to throw it down really quickly.
Yeah, he's still got some time before speed finishes. Speed and melee are lined up quite nicely to finish, pretty similar for MightyKiwi. So this is a really well, it's not an improvised build, he's doing it having practiced it. But yeah, I think it depends on what Glade's response is going to be to this. Does he identify that it's +1 melee, or is he, because there's actually a big difference?
Yeah, well, MOOnGLaDe is actually throwing down double Evo right now with a roach warren, so this is his reaction to it.
I'm surprised he's not walling off the front.
Yeah, I mean, he's got one building there to wall off, but yeah, maybe he's just trying to hide it, maybe make it look like he's doing something similar to MightyKiwi, I don't know.
I think he thinks it's a range attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that Ling... Oh, just didn't get to see. Yeah, I think he's expecting roaches, so that's why he didn't put the roach warren at the front.
Yeah, but he's getting his roach count up now, and if he can just wall at the front with roaches, he'd be somewhat alright, because he's got a spine crawler, he's got an extra queen at the back there as well to help with it. And I mean, the lings do have a melee upgrade, but they don't have a carry pace upgrade, so the roaches can still just kind of annihilate
They actually trade so well against roaches. it's crazy. So Mighty Kiwi's taking that gold base as well. So this is a really interesting situation. This is a wacky game. Damn, those lings are blue.
They're very blue, and we don't have, unfortunately, banelings out, and they'll be even bluer.
Yeah.
If that's even a
That's it's probably a word, I think. But yeah, now Mighty Kiwi can just transition really safely into roaches with an insane economy advantage from that gold base.
And if you want to be like MoonGlade, you can make 4 evolution chambers too.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I'm surprised he didn't wall off the front. So he was definitely thinking it was roaches. You don't want to put your roach run at the front against roaches because you can just get sniped pretty easily.
Alright, so yeah, he's got that extra gas up in the main now, so he's actually taking it up to 4. I was going to say he's going to sit on the 3 for a little bit by the look of things, but he's getting his double upgrades now, and that's actually Mighty Kiwi getting double upgrades.
Yeah, I think Glade's going to go for a really big +1. They're both getting double upgrades now. I don't know. Glade's looking like he's going to go for it. It's timing to punish that gold base, but does he even know about it?
I'm not sure if he does. No, he doesn't, but he's sending an overlord over there now to have a look.
He should suspect that Mighty Kiwi has.
Oh, here we go. The Ling's coming in. He needs to get back in position. He's going to be able to pick off that drone. Yes, he does. And he, shuts down a third, and he basically all his Lings get out as well.
Yeah, this is a huge advantage to Mighty Kiwi right now. He's in really, really strong lead.
Yep.
Such a great build from him.
Yeah, definitely with that gold base now, he's going to be sweeping in the minerals and just spending it on especially his upgraded Lings, but he is getting the roach upgrades, of course, and transitioning into that. Now, check out that supply count already for Mighty Kiwi. I mean, he's got those Lings, but he's also got roaches in mass coming on the way now, but he does pretty much equalize up that roach count now. I mean, he's not far behind MoonGlade, but he did go upgrade Lings to start off with.
Yeah, what I'm expecting is Glade to just not make any drones on his third and just go for a huge roach timing. You got to take a risk when you're behind in ZVZ, and if you drone up that third, then you're going to be behind. Like, you can catch up economic-wise, but then Mighty Kiwi's army is just going to overtake you. So MoonGlade's just not going to drone up that third and then just go for a huge attack or a huge defense and then try and trade efficiently and win that way.
Yeah, I think MoonGlade actually thinks there's an attack coming right now because he's set up his units in a concave down at this third base, and there's not really too much going on down here. I mean, Mighty Kiwi's, all his units are back at the base, and MoonGlade can see this right now.
Yeah. It's just even like a good habit to get into. It's just to, if your army's at home, split it up just in case like you get multi-pronged or something like that. But we're going to see +2, 2-1 against 1-1 roaches really soon. So
yep.
Glade hasn't made any drones.
No, he
he's
hasn't.
just been making roaches. So
Yeah.
he's going to go for one huge attack, and he forgot roach speed.
Yes, that's a bit costly. So
Oh, jeez.
that gives Mighty Kiwi a bit of time on his upgrades to catch up anyway.
Yeah, and Mighty
can
Kiwi's...
attack.
He sees there's no drones as well,
Yeah.
so...
There was a couple of drones on the way though for him. Actually, he makes a single drone. I don't know where he's going with that one. Maybe make an extra spy crawler down at the third base here. And yeah, those Lings still being a little bit of a pain. They got in, but the roaches were already there, so they didn't get too much done. They're just causing a little bit of a headache there for MoonGlade.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I never see players wall off. If you kill the destructible rock spoiler the third there of Glade, it actually walls it off. And I never see people do it, and I always wonder why. Like, a lot of people don't even know that it's there.
Yeah, it's kind of looks like it's embedded into the map.
Yeah, it's really good to stop like things like link counters and stuff, and forces them to come down the ramp.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing the Hydralis then come down from Mighty Kiwi this time first, so he feels he's in that position to just keep taking. He's basically contained MoonGlade mind-wise, but I mean, it's not really in the end MoonGlade. I mean, he has a few Lings here to basically play with the mind of MoonGlade, and he's doing it pretty well.
Yeah, and MoonGlade's sort of accepted that he can't go across an attack, and it's just he's just saying to himself, "Alright, I'm going to play from behind economically and take better engagements, and then win."
Yep.
But
yeah, sorry, go.
Mighty Kiwi has the 2-2 upgrades, and he's going to be maxed out with more bank to reinforce with than MoonGlade. So this engagement is going to matter a lot.
Yeah, and Mighty Kiwi's starting to move out now. He's maxed out on those roaches. He's waiting for that 2-2, I believe, before he pushes down. He's got his +2 missile, just waiting for that carapace. But he's going to catch a few roaches out of position, though. The MoonGlade is trying to take a 4th base, but it's not going to happen. And there's
Yeah.
so many roaches here for Mighty Kiwi, especially with that +2 carry pace. It's 15 seconds away. Is he going to wait for it before he pushes down? It looks like he will. And he's also getting the Groove Spine upgrade, is also about to finish, but he doesn't have any Hydras with his army just yet. He's
Yeah,
actually,
it's looking like...
oh, look at this concave he's setting up Mighty Kiwi right now.
Glade's setting up one to counter that as well. But it's 2-2 against 2-1.
Yep. Such a big engagement here. There's so many places being attacked. It can't fit it all on the screen right now, but it looks like Mighty Kiwi is somewhat pushing forward right now. Actually, drops in supply. MoonGlade had that concave you're saying. He set up that good counter concave, and he just pushes Mighty Kiwi back. I mean, there was a little bit of an upgrade advantage there for Mighty Kiwi as well, which could have
So
put MoonGlade there.
that was the first step to coming back for Glade. And he just evened up the economy, but this is the next step. He's got to deal with the Hydras now too, and he's making his own Hydras, but he doesn't have as much money. So he's got to keep taking fights like that. That was a good start, but he needs to keep doing it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I like the positioning here for Mike. I mean, he's getting ready to defend, but MoonGlade, once again, he's just kind of sitting there, just trying to keep himself in this game, and he's trying to take that 4th base once again, and and get back on that economy level with Mighty Kiwi before he does try anything crazy, as the main's starting to mine out here for Mighty Kiwi as well as MoonGlade.
Yeah, I'd like to see MoonGlade take that gold now rather than the other base and try and really get ahead economically.
Yeah. And yeah, MoonGlade's going to move down to that 4th base and defend. He does know there's an overseer there, so he does need to send those Hydras over there to push that away. Yep, there he goes. He gets the changeling. The overseer unfortunately doesn't quite go down, but there was a few roaches there trying to move down and maybe throw in a counter attack, but there's too many units there for MoonGlade for anything to happen for Mighty Kiwi.
There's this really thing that's really weird that happens in this map in particular with the gold base. Basically, he got that third about a minute earlier than Glade, but it's so far more mined out than Glade's one, and that's because there's less mineral patches. So he does get that extra money, but it mines out faster, and because he isn't using that money as efficiently, he's going to eventually run out of minerals way quicker than Glade. So it's a really weird thing that happens. Like, you get that economy boost, but in the longevity side of things, it's actually a bad thing.
Yep.
If you don't use it efficiently, like Mighty Kiwi hasn't.
Well, he's looking to move in right now. He's chasing some overseers here of MoonGlade as MoonGlade sets up a concave with a couple of spine crawlers in that composition as well, 4 being made at that front, and he's actually expanding once again down here in the bottom side of the map, and there's actually no overseers or anything down here to spot this from Mighty Kiwi right now.
Yeah, Glade's actually a bit out of position right now, though. If Mighty Kiwi to go into the natural, just go straight for the throat. But he's retreating. And that's a lot of Hydras from Mighty Kiwi. I'm not sure Glade has enough of his own Hydras to combat it. But he's countering that with a lot of spines, and he's going up to... Both players are actually getting
Their
5.
pathogen glands as well, just completed as well for both players, but no infestors were in production because both players have been maxed out for quite a while now.
Yeah, I think Glade's going to head toward the Broodlords, and I'm not sure what Mighty Kiwi is using the Hive for. Maybe 3-3 upgrades. He hasn't really committed to Aspire yet.
Yep.
Just a little tip for any Zergs out there. If you want to make Broodlords, start your Spire at the exact same time you start your Hive, because they have the exact same build time. So as soon as your Hive finishes, you can start the Greater Spire, and it's a really good cue as well in your brain to go and start it.
Yeah, this 5th base is now under attack. These roaches could just get picked off. There's actually a roach counterattack going into the main as well here from Mighty Kiwi, and he sees... Can he see that Greater Spire? Yes, he can. He can see that Greater Spire on the way. He sees the Hive and everything. So he's going to get a nice scout off there as well as killing off that 5th base, but he loses a few roaches in the process. So what is he going to remax on? He makes Infestors. And that's going to be obviously a bit of a key point here, but the Broodlords are his next problem to deal with, and what can he use to deal with it right now?
Well, he might be using the Infestors to throw Infested Terrans under the Broodlords, or maybe just using a Hydra list. But at the moment, I'd say he doesn't really have a good way to combat Broodlords, especially under these spines. Glade's been so good at making spines these games.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly think Zerg should be making a lot more stoke defense than you usually see, and it's paying off dividends for him as we've seen over his games.
Yeah, the problem with Glade now is he needs to get the supply to morph Broodlords.
Yep.
So he needs to throw away some roaches or something. Actually, he killed his own roaches, I think.
Yeah, I think he was, and he's starting to morph his Broodlords as Mighty Kiwi is starting to posture outside this 4th and 5th base here of MoonGlade. And I don't think this base is going to get up once again. It looks like it's gone, that base. And MoonGlade has pulled his army back behind all those spines, but Mighty Kiwi can't really push up into that right now. Like, there's a small choke on the ramp. There's the other ramps, but if he does try to push into the 4th, it's just too many spines, and now he's got the Broodlords to sit behind the spines as well. And yeah, I reckon if MoonGlade, he starts like pushing down one side of the army because his